Hello and welcome to Chuck's Culture Channel. In today's episode, I'm talking with Nina Ferrigno. She's the founder, artistic director, and executive director of the Missouri Chamber Music Festival. The festival is kicking off its 13th anniversary season of chamber music concerts and community outreach projects with a trivia night and silent auction on Friday, November 11th, 2022. Before we talk about that, though, how about some music? Nina is the pianist of the Calyx Trio, so let's listen to a minute or so of their performance of Beethoven's Piano Trio No. 1, Opus 1, recorded live. This is the final movement, Presto. Okay, well, I decided we might as well stay in Graham Chapel for a while after listening to that music by the Calyx Trio. And here's the pianist for the Calyx Trio and, as I said before, the woman who is the head of the Missouri Chamber Music Festival, Nina Ferrigno. Thanks for joining me today on Chuck's Culture Channel.
Thanks for having me, Chuck. It's nice to see you.
So let us talk first about the event coming up on November 11th, because that's the immediate thing right now.
Yes.
So what's up with that? What's it going to be like?
Oh, it's going to be a glorious, fun evening. Missouri Chamber Music Festival is hosting a trivia night and silent auction on Friday, November 11th at the Heights in Richmond Heights. So
I'm sorry, we missed the location. The what?
Oh, the Heights.
The Heights. Okay.
Yes, it's on Dale Avenue in Richmond Heights.
Okay.
And it's, of course, you know, people who love trivia. It's going to be fun for our trivia enthusiasts. So it's not too focused on the classical chamber music genre for each round, but we're thrilled that our board member, Julie Schuster from Classic 107.3, is going to be running our trivia. And so it's in coming up with our questions. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The trivia starts at 7, but the event, the doors open at 6. So if people want to come and get their tables in order and, get their food out,
Yeah.
which is always a fun thing. And we are doing a wine poll and some side games throughout the evening, but the wine poll is an especially nice thing if you come
Yeah.
early, because
Okay.
get your mulligans and your wine poll, and then get all in the mood for trivia. And tickets are $25 a piece,
Hmm.
or we're doing tables of 8, so it's $200 for a table of 8. And you can get the link to purchase on our website, which is www.mochambermusic.org. And we're
And
really looking forward to
also,
it.
yeah, say also, you don't have to write any of this down because if you look right down here in the video description, you will see all of those links. I'll have a link to your website, also a link to the Calyx Trio's YouTube channel, so that people can see the complete performance that I sort of cut the heart out of in our little intro.
Yes.
All this is in preparation and is going to finance, among other things, the Missouri Chamber Music Festival's 13th season. What is going to be that season? What's it like?
Well, the dates of our 13th season are June 11th through the 17th, I believe. So going
Okay.
from that, typically we have a Monday concert. Monday evening, June 12th will be our kickoff concert. Then there are 3 other concerts that take place during that week. And I was just saying that I was meeting earlier this afternoon with our guest artist, the wonderful mezzo soprano Benedetta Dorsey,
Oh
who
yeah.
will be just collaborating with us on a number of very exciting chamber works and not often heard. So we're doing a Defia piece for mixed ensemble and mezzo soprano
Ah,
called Psyche. This is also relating to a big project that we've got on for the festival, which is the Defia harpsichord concerto featuring Charles Metz. It's a very
okay.
interesting piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and one that you don't
and
get to hear often. Very kind of small, small ensemble neoclassical work. Yeah.
right, right. He Defia wrote that piece for the wonderful Wanda Landowska. It
Right.
calls for a very unique instrument, so it's really, yeah, I'm particularly excited about getting that piece done, because it is, as you mentioned, the tone of it, but it's also just so lively and unusual, and it sounds so modern to me, that it's very exciting. The general tone, I think, of the concerts this
Hmm.
coming June surround themes of love and death and passion. I would say that's going the thread that brings all the programs together. So in addition to the pieces I just mentioned, we'll be doing the Dvorak string sextet, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and also Bryce Dessner murder ballads, which is a really, really unusual and wonderful piece.
So is that
Um,
something like based on the old
those,
Appalachian murder ballads, that sort of thing?
yes,
Okay.
exactly. So, uh, and it's just, I don't know, the color in this piece and the way it sort of brings it evokes what you were just mentioning, this old
Yeah.
time, you know, murder ballad, and the kind of I don't know, cautionary
Hmm.
tale of of what those were saying. Um, and he quotes some old tunes, but then some are really original in the style of, and it's
Okay.
a wonderful instrumentation of piano and percussion, and a couple of winds and some strings, and there's some prepared piano in there as well. So it's a terrific piece that I've been looking forward to putting on. A lot of what I was doing this season was realizing programs and projects that had gotten canceled due to the COVID pandemic. So
Right.
um, it's been, a real joy to be able to pull back and say, no, I can put these programs together here. So
Yeah. And
looking
that's
forward.
a really great varied program because you've got some newer works, you've got rarely heard works like the Defia, and an old standby like the Dvorak, which is a lovely work. So yeah,
And
so
I would
that's a
say,
nice lot of variety.
thanks. I mean, that is something that I feel is a cornerstone, a distinguishing feature of the Missouri Chamber Music Festival, is that uh, programming diverse works.
Hmm.
So I have a background in new music and worked extensively with commissioning composers, and it's just something I feel really strongly about, getting their pieces out there. It's also a part of the creative process that is really meaningful to me. I know that my work playing Beethoven informs my work playing, James Lee III, which
Right.
my this trio just premiered a work written for us by James,
Oh,
and
okay.
vice. So,
Yeah, we've
my work
had a couple of his
James.
works at the symphony too recently. Yeah.
Yes, yes, and he's going to be coming back. I think they're doing a premiere, a commissioned work with James. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But yeah,
Okay.
Calix had worked with Chamber Music America for a commissioning
Hmm.
grant with James that we premiered a year ago, almost a year ago, at the Lindy Center, which is part of Tanglewood Institute in
Oh,
Lenox,
okay.
Massachusetts. And then we went back in July and performed it at Tanglewood on a prelude concert for the Boston Symphony, their opening one, in fact, in July. So,
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Tanglewood. That's a
oh yeah,
lovely campus up there. Yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
it really, yeah.
So this leads into my next question, which is that the Missouri Chamber Music Festival has a somewhat broader set of interests than just the concert, right? Because I know you've got outreach and education initiatives. So you want to talk
Mhm.
about those for a couple of minutes because those might not be as well known as your concerts.
Sure. So we partner with the Community Music School of Webster University and
Hmm.
hold an adult amateur chamber music workshop every year. And as part of that, we also have, it's kind of an intergenerational program because we have fellowships for young um, string players to come and participate with our older amateurs. This started off as what we call a pro-am. So we have some of our incredible collaborative artists from St. Louis who give very generously of their time and talent, and they coach from within the ensemble. So when it's just really a terrific energy to these groups. It's not unusual to have a 17-year-old playing with a 77-year-old and
Yeah.
with one of the incredible violins from the St. Louis Symphony in the ensemble as well. So we run this as a camp in the summer in partnership with the Community Music School. Um, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful venture. And as such, we've expanded over the last few years. And so we offer other events throughout that week, some chamber music reading sessions and
Hmm.
faculty presentations, addressing anything from, you know, how to handle performance anxiety to how to realistically practice, for these things without injury, and master classes. So it's really a high energy week, and our lately in the last 2 seasons, our main focus has been keeping everybody healthy for
Oh, yes.
for the duration of the week. So and we've been very successful with that. So
Do you have other events and outreach initiatives that are not concentrated on the June festival?
We have things in the works.
Okay.
It's honestly the interruption of COVID has put an interruption to a lot of that. But we as a board have been working on the idea of free family concerts.
Oh,
There's a piece by Bruce Adolph. It's called Tough Turkey in the Big City, A Feathered Tale. And I did it years ago
oh,
in
God.
Boston, and it's just such a treat and really gets the kids
Have you ever
in.
have you ever heard his Santa and Isolde since we're coming up on the holidays?
Oh no, I haven't.
No, you
I
should.
have
I
to check
think you
that
can
out.
probably find it on YouTube. It's pretty hilarious. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So
So you bring up a good point, though, in the sense of, what we're doing with our trivia night and silent auction is
mhm,
really trying to grow our our programs, to get a bigger, broader reach.
yes.
We, as a board, are really committed to live performance and accessibility and diversity, not only in cultural diversity, but in our, what we're programming, musical diversity, instrumental diversity. That's a big
Hmm.
thing for what we do. So unusual instrumentation is another thing that we go for. I think it's speaks to, you know, particularly what I respond to in classical music, and with new composition, which is musical color. And so
Yeah.
it's something that I'm always trying to broaden.
This is great. So once again, this is we've been mostly talking about your upcoming festival for 2023 in June. And again,
Mhm.
all the dates and all the information right down here in the video description field. Nina, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us here. And
Thank you so much, Chuck. It's really great to do this.
and best of luck with the festival and all of your outreach activities. That's all I can say. That's going to be it for Chuck's Culture Channel this week, but please check out the rest of the stuff we have on YouTube, and I'll see you next time.